Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good morning to those of you that are viewing via the telly. We welcome you as well. We're going to pretend like you're right here with us in spirit. And now for all of you out there in our lovely sanctuary, if you'll please stand, we're going to begin our congregational song. Let's welcome this great day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This holy day. This holy day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. My radiant health. My radiant health. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit, thank you for my wealth. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit, thank you for my wealth. My abundant wealth. My abundant wealth. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. My beautiful life. My beautiful life. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This holy day. This holy day. Thank you for my life. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. Yay! Thank you, everyone. I did remember it. And now let's welcome up Reverend Kathy. And the crowd goes wild.
Welcome. Today I want to share our opening prayer from James Dillard Freeman, who most of you, or some of you know, his prayers and poems are on the moon. His prayer for protection went up there in 1969, and that beautiful poem, I Am There, was taken on microfilm in 1947. I think he wrote it in 1947. Anyway, so let's relax, be receptive to his beautiful, beautiful words. This is God. May we who come here not only find out about God, but find God. May there be beauty in this place, but especially may it be a place where men and women become aware of the beauty of themselves. May this be a place of worship. May this be a place of instruction. May this be a place of singing. May this be a place of prayer. But for us who worship and take instruction and sing and pray, may this also be a place of inner stillness where we may listen and hear when God speaks. May whoever ministers here minister in love. May whoever teaches here teach truth. May whoever serves here serve kindly. May everyone come into this house in expectation and go with thanksgiving. And may anyone who comes needing help go feeling blessed. May this be such a house that Jesus the Christ, the Buddha or Krishna, or any great avatar, any stranger, even one of the least, may they feel in it that they were with friends. Amen, and so it is. Now we invite Reverend Catherine up.
And good morning from me, everyone. We're so glad that you're here. We are here on this Sunday, having a wonderful Sunday, and our speaker today is going to be Dr. Sue Rubin, the incomparable Dr. Sue Rubin, and so we are glad to have her back. But also a reminder, yes, thank you, what a nice welcome. And also to remind you that we do have hospitality in Richelieu Hall after service, and so you're welcome to go over and partake. Also, after our service at 12:30, the drumming circle is meeting in Richelieu Hall, and they're going to have a fantastic time. So join them, listen to them, but isn't it wonderful that they're meeting there today? So we move forward through the week, and on Tuesday, Reverend Kathy is continuing a book reading that is happening in person right out there in the foyer. And the book is titled Your Aladdin's Lamp. It also was known as Your Inner Light. And it is, you could check the program for more details, but it's in person, it's a shared class, it's a discussion, and it's very much enjoyed. Now, the yoga class we often have on Tuesday is not meeting this week. It will be dark, as we often say in the theater. It will be dark this Tuesday and the following Tuesday. It meets again on July the 12th, and you'll be welcome to come back then. Then we move to Wednesday, and we have a book discussion again. This one is on Zoom, and it is at 9:45 on Wednesday morning. And so this is June the 29th, and we will meet for 45 minutes at 10:30. And that book is The Art of Life by Ernest Holmes. So as you move forward in time on the clock, then we come to our Wednesday service. And in this particular Wednesday service, our speaker is, well, it is I. I am speaking on Wednesday, so that is the one. And then we are through with this particular week, but we have one little presentation that we are setting up. So Mr. Mark is going to come up and show us a thing.
Thank you. Let's get right to the bottom line for the yard sale. $3,000, and it couldn't have been done without all of you out there donating stuff, buying stuff, the volunteers, the staff, but just as important as the 3,000 was the spirit and harmony of this group as a spiritual community coming together. They demonstrated science of mind principles. Very quickly, if I may, my boutique ladies, Renetta and Jane Zumbrow, Trish was there, Charlie Sappington, Lorian, Karen, Jane, a friend of Karen, Mary Lou, Dan from the men's group, Chris from the men's group, Bob McKinney, a superstar, Bob Givens, Jim, Vincent, Blake, Kevin, Marjean's son, superhero, Betty Halley, Mary Ann, Laurie Hudson. The reverends were there in full force, Reverend Kathy, Reverend Catherine, Kathy, and Mary, Bev Conover, Ryan. Yes, Lois was very helpful also. Carol Gillis, Ken Dar, and David Mintz, my personal angel. He ran the Angel Project here for a number of years, and he was wonderful. The staff, we couldn't have done it without them. Doris, Robin, Alex, the janitor, and Grant. And here's the actual numbers, 3,295 from the bookkeeper. I have 126 in the IOUs that I collected. That gets us to 3,400, and with the expenses, 3,000. Thank you.
Thank you. So I like to think in big numbers. I'm just going to say we cleared over $3,000 due to your donations, all of this work, and maybe some of us even came and bought some of it back. That's what we do. Thank you very, very much. So as we continue to look ahead, next Sunday, our speakers are going to be Reverend Kathy Sinfield and Monica Ruth. And so we will welcome them come next Sunday. Continuing to look ahead, July the 7th is the date. That's a Thursday for our next spiritual discussion. And that's in the afternoon. It's one of those in-person discussion groups. That's Thursday, July the 7th. We thank you so much for being here. We always want to thank you not only for being here, but for supporting this center, especially during the times we've been in. We are very, very grateful to everyone for all of your gestures, all of your prayers, everything that you give, and we thank you. So let us welcome our wonderful singer, Douglas Ladnier.
Good morning, everyone. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. For I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I've had my share and drank my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond the hill and do it all again. So here's to life and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Funny how the time just flies, how love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. For there's no yes in yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for laughs, for life, for love. So here's to life and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and may all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. May all your storms be weathered, and may all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love. Here's to you.
Oh, Blue Eyes, you better watch out. Man, I haven't been to a Broadway show or anything in so long. Andy, thank you for such quality performers that we have here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful. Good morning. In the month of June, we've been looking at the mind-body connection and the back and forth communication that is always going on between our mind and our body. Last week, Reverend Catherine made the statement, "I made up my mind," in her describing all her many, many years of having such a healthy body. But in this ongoing two-way communication, our body, as well as the body of our life affairs, is also communicating information back to us that is beneficial for us to listen to. Ernest Holmes tells us in the book, Living the Science of Mind, we are all spiritual and mental broadcasting stations. There is a silent force flowing from us in every direction at all times. Our thoughts, feelings, emotions, as well as our faith and fears make an imprint on our environment. Along the same line, Ralph Waldo Emerson, one of the famed transcendentalists, said in 1875, "What you are stands over you the while and thunders, so that I cannot, excuse me, punchline, so that I cannot hear what you say to the contrary." In other words, we are loudly broadcasting who and what we are, regardless of what our words might be. Actions speak louder than words. Ernest Holmes goes on to say, we're also receiving sets, and we want to learn to broadcast only the kinds of messages that we wish to have return. When I first heard what Dr. Sue's talk title was for today, I Sing the Body Electric. The words singing wire came to me in this context of communication. Now, for your information, Dr. Sue is an award-winning ballroom dancer, and I believe that she enjoys keeping us all up on our toes. It was years ago, one of her talk titles was something like, "Why the Turtle Crossed the Road." And I remember thanking God that it wasn't my turn to have the mini lesson that day. I believe Reverend Louisa gave it her best shot, but as I remember, Dr. Sue took her talk in a completely different direction. So, singing wire is the thought that came to me as we're discussing communication, but for all I know, Dr. Sue might talk about Teslas and electrical vehicles, and guess what? With that kind of talk title, she has us on our toes, just waiting to see what she's going to share with us. But singing wire was the term that the American Indians used for the telegraph and telephone lines that were being laid across the country in the 1800s. It was a fitting term describing the electrical buzzing or humming sound that the wires made while transmitting the communication of information faster than any Pony Express riders of the day. In fact, it was with the successful completion of the first transcontinental telegraph line in October of 1861 that the Pony Express ceased its operation just 2 days later. So, singing wires, electrical energy, broadcasting stations, whatever term we use, what is our mind-body communication? What are we tuned into? Are we on the wavelength of happiness, success, and goodwill? Or are we tuned into doom and gloom, failure and negativity? Remember that we are all sending out the energy that corresponds to the thoughts we are broadcasting, no matter what our words might be. And just as what goes up must come down, the energy that goes out from us must return to us. So it really shouldn't surprise us that when we dwell on what is going wrong, we get even more of what is going wrong in our life. And when we are praising and counting our blessings, we get more to praise and bless. So it's up to us to choose which channel we tune into. Please affirm with me. Today I sing the praises of life. All that goes forth from me is love and kindness. Thank you. And now we're going to have our meditative song.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Be careful what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes our prayer.
It is my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Sue Rubin. And just a little bit of background, Dr. Sue has been involved in religious science and New Thought teaching since the 70s, and she was the first minister at the First Church of Religious Science in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada in 1985. And from there, she had the difficult task of being an interim minister in Honolulu for a short time. Dr. Frank used to say, "What a nice problem." And then she moved on to being the spiritual director of the Center of Spiritual Living in Westlake. And Dr. Sue has served, you will hear the title emeritus connected with Dr. Sue. And that is a term given out of respect and honor for her contribution and all that she's done to serve in this movement as minister, as speaker, as counselor, as teacher. And I like to think of Dr. Sue as one of our favorite aunts who's come to town to visit. So please join me in welcoming today's speaker, Dr. Sue Rubin.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but what has she done lately? My teacher, Dr. Tom Johnson, would always say, yeah, that's great, great history, great biography, but you have to earn your right of consciousness every day in order to have a better life. I want to thank Andy and my all-time favorite song, Here's to Life. I still have it tattered audio by Shirley Horn. Oh, it's just spectacular. So here's to life, here's to love, here's to you, because that's what today is about. And the body electric is from a poem by Walt Whitman. Duh. So, for example, he said, at one point, and it's all a love song about the body, about men's bodies, about women's bodies, about sexuality and sensuality, and about not worrying about get it to the gym, it's to this, it's to that. Get a little of liposuction, fix it, take it, put it on, take it off. I mean, what we put this instrument through, it's shocking. So in 1855, as part of Leaves of Grass, Whitman had a segment that he devoted to an ode, a love song, to body in all its shapes and all its forms. And the bottom line was that it's your soul parading in life, and your consciousness is the house of your beautiful body. And so he would say things like, I sing the body electric. Oh, I say, to all body parts, I say, there is not just parts or poems of the body only, but part of the soul. Oh, I say now, these are the soul. Precious body, thank you. So fast forward, and in 1980, two gentlemen worked together on a song called I Sing the Body Electric. It's beautiful. So it goes something like, in part, I celebrate the body, and it was in Fame. It was in the movie Fame. So, I mean, it is so contemporary, and it continues the love song that almost a century before had been dedicated to the body by this fabulous author and poet. And so in the song, and it's sung in Fame by the New York City, my hometown, guys, come on, yes to New York City High School of Performing Arts. And it's gorgeous. I was watching it last night on YouTube. And in the song, it says, I celebrate the body electric. I celebrate the me and to be. I toast to my reunion when I become one with the sun. I'll look back on Venus, I'll look back on Mars, and I'll burn with the fire of 10 million stars. And in time, we all will be stars. Oh, come on. Listen to it and appreciate. So, I have a question for you. Are you in your body, or is your body in you? All those who believe, and you know, if you don't want to raise your hand, raise a pinky so nobody will see. How many of you think that you are in your body? How many of you think that you are not in your body, but that your body is in you? Yes, my beautiful science of mind metaphysicians. Yes, of course. The body is the house for your consciousness. It's an effect of everything that we have picked up from all civilization, what Holmes called race mind. It's everything that you and I have experienced, thought about, perceived, contemplated, speculated about, and so much more, because you know and I know that cause is consciousness, body is form. Cause is initiated invisibly, effect demonstrates itself. So if I am my body and you are your body, and we are all simply a body of consciousness, how truly are we treating our bodies? You know, particularly as time marches on, it becomes increasingly annoying, I speak from personal experience, that body's not quite up to doing what it did 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, keep going, years ago. But it's still doing whatever the consciousness that is behind it is being told. So if I'm telling my body, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to blink an eye and move a finger and step and dance and sing and move. And in fact, Whitman referred to the body as being played by music. And is that not true? So I'm either dragging my body along to the dirge songs, or I'm stripping the light fantastic. Because whatever I am doing, it is so important for all of us to realize everything that is happening in my body is a replication of this vast accumulation, personally and collectively, of life, of experience. So, of course, we all knew and loved Louise Hay, yes? And what was Louise Hay's way of shredding some of the beliefs that I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too this, I'm too that. And so she introduced us all to mirror work. And mirror work consisted of, I taught many classes based not on you can heal your life as much as the metaphysical equivalence, because before she wrote You Can Heal Your Life, she wrote a little blue booklet, which I still have, called You Can Heal Your Body. And in that body, it was merely a accumulation of every physical condition known at that time. If that were updated, there would be some new diseases and symptoms that could be added to the array. And she would give an inner metaphysical equivalent and then an affirmation, which she was always famous for. You know, Louise studied the science of mind in New York City. And when her teacher was not teaching the ministerial, the last advanced class, she decided to just study on her own and put it all together in her way. And certainly she was someone who was vastly, really important to bringing it out into being user-friendly for all people, whether they were religious scientists or not. And so she would have everybody take out a mirror. And so in class, I would invite everybody bring a mirror. And the first thing to do was simply to look at yourself. Now, I don't know about you, but I know for myself, what do I see? Yikes. That line, where did that come from? I could swear, okay, that's good, fine, okay. Oh, and what's that? Is that scar that's still left from that little cell that you had removed? Oh, well, okay. Okay, are we done? No, we can't leave it at that. So she was like absolutely insistent you had to look until you started seeing behind what you were looking at and what you were looking with. Don't we say that often? It's not what I'm looking at, it's like what I'm looking from. And the consciousness, again, either of acceptance and gratitude and appreciation. And so before long, you would realize that what are the eyes, poetically speaking? The windows of the soul, exactly. And the heart, you know, just the equivalence. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize the heart would be related to love and passion, the passion of feeling alive. So she would continue until we all, every week, and I would continue in class every week until I could smile at myself and be appreciative of what was looking out at me, not what I was looking at, and finding a reason to criticize. And then came the biggie. Thankfully, we didn't have to do that in class, but you were to go home, strip down naked. That's it. All off. And if you're even wearing thongs, get rid of them. And to be able to just take what you had already embedded within your consciousness. I appreciate my body. It is the temple of the living God. Know you not that you are the temple of the living God? Would you repeat that after me? I am the temple of the living God. Together. I am the temple of the living God. And again, no comments other than appreciation that every part you looked at, shoulders, I shoulder all of life, knowing that this is the shoulders of the divine that handles everything with grace and ease. I move, I grasp life, and I equally let life go. Everything about the body is so designed that when you really bring it down to bare basics, it's as if that infinite intelligence, that creator of all life, the source of all that is, was saying, okay, so I need something for my creation to think from. How about a brain? Because again, if you are not in your body, but your body is in you, it's the very container of the consciousness of your feelings toward yourself, about God, about life, about everything that you see, taste, touch with your physical senses. It's your whole inner world of senses, of sensing beyond the visible, of feeling beyond that which is tangible, and of hearing that which is inaudible. It's a testament to that creative intelligence, that universal subjective mind that so wanted to perpetuate its own idea of wholeness and perfection, that guess what it did? It created you and it created me. And for this purpose, we are here to ourselves be a testament to the living presence and power of God, so that every time you and I walk into the room, we are bringing in with us the energy and the consciousness of love, of kindness, which we already affirmed first thing this morning. We are bringing the consciousness of wisdom, and that wisdom is not isolated to the brain. You know, when Reverend Monica was talking about the instrument that really conveys all kind of information, the way that our bodies are constructed with such incredible genius, it could only be the infinite and universal. It's really a highway, that our body is literally a highway for conveying information. I was reading something related to allopaths, which, you know, somewhat are related to naturopaths and homeopaths, and they said that literally your brain and your gut share the same cells. That's why in today's medical field, so much of chronic inflammation that body can experience as an effect of whatever else is inflaming mentally and emotionally and spiritually is really starting from that core of basic feelings. And you know, I've shared before, and many of you equally know, that no feeling, no healing. You can't be using your mind as an automatic conveyor of whatever you tell it until and unless there is a resonance in what you feel in the very gut of your being. That's why so much of the work, for example, of Abraham, of Esther and Jerry Hicks, also metaphysical, just crackerjacks, at talking about you have to be in the same synchronicity, that what I'm saying, what I'm declaring, the word that I speak that attests to the perfection and wholeness of my being is equally and enthusiastically and exultantly received, and a counterpart by feeling it, by knowing when I say my good already is. Let's say that. My good already is. My good already is in mind, body, and spirit together. My body already is. But yeah, good, it's good, and very good in mind, body, and spirit. Or something. You know, you get me, God, right? Yeah, you do. You know, that's another important equivalent, though, to how we do treatment work, affirmative prayer, or realizing very deliberately that right where I am, God is. Remember, my particular favorite is God is, I am. It's the very symbol of the cross, that from the beyond the heavens and below the bowels of the earth, that is the divine. And yet, how is that revealed? Externally, on that which is horizontal, how much I give out. And we've shared, I've stood here and said, well, if I'm just starting maybe and I'm not quite convinced, it's like God is, I am. But then it becomes God is, I am. And God, that's it. So the next time you see someone that you're perhaps having a little trouble with, or like recently I understand that Roe v. Wade got overturned. Yeah, I mean, if you can't use spirituality to refer to all of what is going on in our world, personally, privately, universally, collectively, economically, financially, globally, and well, then what is spirituality for? We've kept it too carefully hidden. This is the spiritual part of my life. This is the part that meditates in the morning and does my affirmations and does my readings, and then I get out in the world and say, oh, crap, where did all that go? Now I'm out among them. No, you're not. I am in the world, but not of the world, and yet what I give to the world is my ever-growing awareness that God is, I am. How about you just join me in saying, God is, I am. Large, let it flow, let it move. Remember, your body dances to the music of its soul. So it gives us a different perspective. And I really believe very, very strongly that when we can tie an affirmation to its outer equivalent, to be able to give it that 5 sense mentality and emotionality, it somehow helps. What do you do when you hear music in your kitchen, whether it's a particular favorite song or not? Don't you start moving? I do. My kitchen floor is like covered with my dance prints. You've got to, that's life. And if I'm not responding to the life of God as me, what else is there to respond to? I will respond either from awareness or from ignoring the immensity and the enormities of life or not. There's only perfection. Everything that we see as quote-unquote abnormal or distorted or out of sync or ill or diseased or in pain, it's all starting in the soul, in the very heart, and in the mind, and in the gut, and in the heart of all of life. And we're carrying so much, I really do think, of the suffering of the world more so than ever before. I think at one point we were all able, in some degree, to really set what was going on elsewhere as being very far away. It's not. It's coming closer and closer. And I really, as I've said very, very many times, everywhere, it's time for us to take it out of the closet and bring what we are and what we believe and what we hold to be true to every place we go, to every person we connect to. And if there's something you have a beef about, maybe, particularly as women, not necessarily in my generation, but in the upcoming generations, I was guaranteed the freedom to choose autonomously what my body was doing, or not chose to do what I didn't want to do. But now it's becoming infringing on the very autonomy and freedom that all of us have to make our own choices. And I simply spiritually know that it's time for all of us to make the choice to be more outgoing and overt and clear about what I believe, what you believe, and how it can positively affect all of humanity. So, as the statement goes, your mind is the mind of God. How's it working for you? How are you working for it? Your body is the temple of God. It's treating you darn well. I don't care what may temporarily be going on. I do care, but I know I've got to care more about placing God first so that I always remember my entire being is simply here for God. I am here for God. Let's that be our closing statement together. I am here for God. And so it is. Yep.
We will hear another word from Dr. Sue at the close of our service today. For now, this is the point at which we remind everyone about the mission statement of this center, which is very important to all of us, and it is to honor your presence, to nurture your spirit, and to enrich the lives of all we serve. And we want everything that we do and say to come from that idea. And this is a letter from one of our people. I wanted to add my words to some of those that I have been hearing at church about how wonderful the Arrowhead retreat was. It was warm and inviting. I felt so grounded during the time there. I also felt so connected with the whole group, especially during the many sharing opportunities we were offered. Thank you so much for this great event. And so now we're going to invite the ushers down as we celebrate the offering, because this is the time when we give back to the center. So I invite you to repeat after me, unless it's up on, there we are. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all of those who give and all of those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love. And so it is. We're going to welcome up our wonderful singer one more time.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. The reeds drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Ooh. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. The river running free, you know how I feel. The blossom on the tree knows how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. The butterflies are all having fun, know what I mean. Now sleep in peace when day is done, and that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. The scent of the pine knows how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and that's how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Lord, I'm feeling good. Hey, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Lord, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Lord, I'm feeling good. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Liz, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. We're interrupting our regularly scheduled program to bring you a special announcement that's all by itself. And it's about something that's happening next week. Leslie Carrera Rudolph is the person who may be better known as a Sesame Street character named Abby Cadabby. She has played this or been the voice of this character since 2006. She is an Emmy nominated for her many, many works. She's a musical genius, really, a puppeteer, an artist, and in so many wonderful ways. And she's going to be here with us. We're so grateful for this opportunity and grateful to Andy. His work with her spans 23 years. And so his relationship is why she's going to be here next week. So this is a really cool thing. And so I'm encouraging all of us to invite friends and family to come. And if you have any friends and family who are maybe in their late teens or early 20s, and they may remember or were inspired by this character, Abby Cadabby, which is really a play on the word abracadabra. She was a magic character, fairy, and all these wonderful things that so many children delight to. Invite them to come and see this woman and see how she still can inspire and bring joy to everything that she touches. So let's do it, okay? Let's make this a wonderful event for Leslie Carrera Rudolph next week. And so I thank you. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program. I want to the CDs. Yes. Oh, I am reminded that Douglas CDs are going to also be available. How wonderful is that? So thank you, Reverend Kathy, for reminding me of that. If I don't write it down. So back to our regularly scheduled program. The Reverend Dr. Sue Rubin is coming up to close this today with her blessing and her treatment and all the wonderful things.
Thank you. But first, I have a direct message from your fearless spiritual leader, Dr. Moira. Number one, she is just overjoyed with the wonderful photo from Arrowhead and all the greetings that you signed on the back, and is so appreciative for all of you. And she sends this message, and I quote, "Hello, my dear ones." Should I do a little Irish jig while I'm doing? Hello. Hello, my dear ones, to each and every one of you who have supported me in ways you didn't even know. I am so very grateful. Your support means the world to me and makes all the difference. I lift everyone up into their highest expressions. Wrap yourselves up in spirit and know that spirit has your back always. Know how grateful I am in my heart for each and every one of you. Thank you for your prayers, your warm thoughts, and good wishes. They're coming right back at you. With much love, Dr. Moira. So that is her reassuring love note to remind you that everything is unfolding perfectly, here, there, and everywhere. And let's just reaffirm that together as I speak this inner knowing, this realization, all in the first person, the I am, which is the divine nature, for, about, and as each and every one. I am here for God, and I am following that star, which I already am. In my own personal world, I am exactly where I am by right of the divine always directing and leading me every step of the way into greater and ever greater restored wellness of mind, body, and soul. I give thanks for knowing that I do sing the body electric because I am filled with the very energy of life itself, that which is intelligent, loving, and one with all that is God, infinite intelligence, radiant spirit, universal mind, unconditional love, compassion, wisdom, and understanding. And so I no longer succumb to criticism, worry, doubt, judgment about myself, about the world around me, for I know that the way out is always going within and knowing beyond the shadow of a doubt that there is one life, that life is perfection, wholeness, harmony, completeness. It is God, and it is my life and the life of all, here, now, and always. And so as I go forward from here this morning, I take it more deeply into the very depths of my consciousness that I am the consciousness of God as me. Therefore, it is incumbent upon myself to rise higher, to shine brighter, and to truly be a beneficent presence in the world. I know everything is unfolding in my life perfectly, no matter what. And I hold firm to that conviction, to that certainty, that unwavering faith that this is the truth that frees. And so in harmony, in blessedness for one and for all, I simply declare, I am that which God is, and God is that which I am. And so, with that securely impressed in mind, I give myself full access to the joy and the exultancy and the enthusiasm with which I know this is the truth, and I let it be. God is, I am, all is well, and together we affirm and gratefully accept that this is so by declaring, and so it is.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our survivor, loved with all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, let's begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally.